Alright, so Stalker Day, back with another Transformers review, and today I got Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters Arcee with Echo Hawk Bow. And one thing I think is interesting is that they're starting to go more towards them being packaged in robot mode than vehicle mode. Don't know why they're doing that. I prefer vehicle mode. So, there she's in the packaging. Got our tech specs over there. Back we got our obligatory product shots. Up there is our one sentence bio. Pause if you want to read it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get her out of the box and see how she is. So yeah, here she is, and she's not a bad looking figure. She is pretty much a straight remold / repaint of the RID Arcee. And you know, they did an alright job. They remolded her chest different colors all over really. They did a nice dull purple with blending in other darker purples. Yeah, it's alright looking. Got the bat wings on the back here. But you know what? Really, it's easier to compare her to her original RID version right here. And as you can see, structurally, they are the same figure. But then you get into little molded in details, like for example, the fins, you know, old dragon and bat-like, nice and smooth. Down here on her backside, it's a nice, smooth, you know, motorcycle style thing. And you got the flat top with the dragon fins. Even as far as the legs go, they really just extended out some spikes and exhaust ports and made them all bat-like. Really not a whole lot of differences there. So we'll go ahead and put Arcee in the back there. And let's go ahead and bring in her first edition version. And there you can see a lot of really big differences. This is the one that came out before the RID mold. I really do prefer the first edition. And let's continue on with the comparisons. Let's go and bring in her boyfriend, Cliffjumper. This is the first edition zombie version. I don't have an RID one anymore. And here we have Generations Blur. Arcee is kind of small, but for her character it works. And here is Fall of Cybertron Air Raid. Posability is, you know, like with the RID version. She's got a ball-jointed neck, but it's kind of limited just by the shape of it, you know. Ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed elbows, ball-jointed wrists, no waist articulation, ball-jointed hips with a nice upper thigh swivel. I do like that. And a huge knee bend. And you could extend out that knee bend by pulling the wheel out of the way, but then you end up with like this weird wheel kibble thing going on. No toe articulation at all. What's funny is I'm not really too thrilled about this mold, but I really do enjoy the weapon. It's called a Echo Hawk Bow, but it doesn't look hawk-like at all. It looks dragonic, straight up dragon-like. I like how they have the injected different weird coloring in there. It's really cool looking. You got this crossbow arms going on, and those are posable too, like the spikes and all that. And she's got these big old missiles that shoot pretty darn hard. I like that they're big and bulky. That way you're going to have a hard time losing them. She's got a lot of options on how to hold it. Main ways, you just thread the handle through, close it, there you go. Another way is to have both the handles down and double hand it. Hold one handle in each hand. But my personal favorite is to peg it in there, fold that under, and now she's got this spiked out crossbow shield thing going on. I do like that. Let's go ahead and get into transformation. And since I didn't do an Arcee review, I'm going to do the transformation step by step. You're going to start by folding down these wheels and then bringing the feet back like that. And you got to line up these little tabs with some slots on the other wheel and then these holes with these pegs. There you go. And if you want to, you can have a nice Revenge of the Fallen unipod thing going on, but it really isn't very balanced well at all, and you do need to support it. Next, you're going to pop away the waist, and that's going to cause the head to fold down, and then just collapse the legs up against the chest. She really does just curl up into a ball pretty much. Straighten out the arms to where the 5mm ports are facing away from the body. And then these tabs here are going to go into slots on the arm. What's funny though is that even though this is only the second time they've used this mold, these arms really don't want to peg on very well. And fold the backpack over, and then these tabs are going to go into these slots here. And these may not tab on very well at all because the other ones aren't tabbing on. And then bring down the tire, stick it up in there, and there you go. You have Arcee in her motorcycle mode. Where'd her gun go? Ah, here it is. And the gun, yes, can store on the vehicle itself, which is really nice. What you're going to do, though, you got to pull this tire out, turn it around, push that back in, and then these tabs right here are going to slot on top there, like that. And then you just fold those back. For some reason, it doesn't want to peg on for me right now, so I'm just going to let it sit there. But it does look pretty impressive. This big old beefy cannon going on in the front. I like that. And you can extend out the crossbow arms as, like, vehicle melee weapons, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think she'd make actually a really good Batgirl custom. You got this very heavy bat bike feel going on. It's not bad looking, So let's go ahead and bring in her sisters, I guess. Here is the RID mold. And again, you can see the similarities, but you can see the differences. And the differences really are just straight up cosmetic. And here's the first edition mold. And you know what? Beasthunter's Arcee does look a little out of place, but it still looks good. Continuing on with size comparisons, let's bring in Generations Drift. And yeah, scale does not exist. And let's go ahead and bring in full Cybertron Shockwave. Should you pick up this figure? I'm not really feeling it, so I probably am going to take it back. It's a good figure. They messed up on the molding with pegging the arms together. If you missed out on the Arcee mold, this is actually a pretty good substitute. I'm just not feeling it at all. So, yeah, this is going to be another one that goes back. Although, any customizers out there see this video, might want to think about a Batgirl custom on this one. It actually makes sense. So, it's been Talker Day with a review of Transformers Prime Beasthunter's Arcee. Thanks for watching.